Welcome to a new episode of EU to You. So here's another video to explore cultural, political and historical peculiarities of Central and Eastern European countries. We're learning new things every week and we want to share them with you. So the country we're talking about today has a vital importance in the European Union. I know you already understood which country I'm talking about, and yes, it is Croatia. Why? Of course, because it is where the HBO series Game of Thrones were set. So after having established the importance of this country, let's look at some Google questions that we found on the internet. So the question I want to talk about today is, why does Croatia hate Italy? In one of the first videos, Ture talked about how Estonians hate Finns, and he is from Finland. So I thought it would be interesting to understand why Croatia, for a Google search, hates Italy. So the relationship between the two countries right now is pretty friendly, but I guess in the past Italians were not too nice to Croatia, always bringing on claims on their territory. In fact, they are neighbors. So I hope not to bore you, but a little history class is needed here. So you could say that it all started with the Venetians, that in medieval time started a series of raids in order to conquer Croatian cities and islands. Because of Venetian influence, a lot of Italians started to settle in the regions of Dalmatia and Istria, even though the majority remained made of Croatian people. If we then do a big temporal jump and we arrive at the 1920s, we find that the Italian dictator of the time, Mussolini, annexed Zara and Fiume. He then started a forced systematic Italianization of Croat and Slovenian populations. Under the fascists, not only the Croatian language was banned, but also all the names, all the universities, schools, it was all replaced by Italian ones. Also, Italian black shirts opposed with the resistance brutally. I mean, I would also get mad if that happened to my country. Even worse, during the war, Germany and Italy invaded Croatia and called it an operational occupational zone, basically a puppet state to invade other countries. During the war, Croatians fought heavily against Italians, and the atrocities were taken forward from both sides. Fortunately, relations between Italy and Croatia improved. And in 1991, Italy was one of the first countries to recognize Croatian independence. Also, a large number of Italians fought for the Croatian independence on the Croatian side. So I'm very glad we buried the hatchet, because not only we live in the same European Union, but also we are neighbors. Another interesting question that I found on the internet is, why do Croatians wear rosemary at the weddings? So rosemary is considered a welcome to the guest at weddings, and each guest receives one branch. Lots of times rosemary is decorated with the colors of Croatian flag, and it is tradition that when they receive it, guests then leave a donation. So I get it, it's basically a way to get money from guests. So I did a little research on Croatian weddings, and apparently there are other customs that are even more peculiar. So just to name a few, they use felt brides, party leaders, and something called family pants. But that's all material for another video. So it's all for today. Thank you for joining us. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. We really enjoyed bringing a little more EU to you today, and we can't wait to see you again. Bye!